All right, good afternoon, dinner on a dime. I am Misty, and I am here to bring you another fun video today. My hair looks nothing like it normally does. I don't know, something funky going on with it today. It looks a little more poof-tastic. But anyways, sorry, I just noticed that because I don't look in the mirror that often during the day. But anyways, welcome to the channel. Today's video is going to be 10 outside of the box ways to save on groceries in 2026. So I've tried to come up with 10 more creative ways that you can save on groceries in 2026 that are not like your standard typical run-of-the-mill pieces of advice, right? So we're not going to talk about clipping coupons. We're not going to talk about buying on clearance or markdowns. These are going to be 10 kind of outside of your normal thinking ways that you can save money in 2026. So number one is we have to become more aware of the fact that stores are using dynamic pricing. So what does that mean? A lot of stores have gone to digital price tags. And believe it or not, they are changing prices. It's already been proven they're changing prices based on the time of day people shop. Some of them have gone as far to have facial recognition. So as you are walking the aisles, it is updating pricing based on what it knows you are willing to pay for items. It's a new thing, and I don't know how far it's going to go. My stores haven't changed to it yet, but I know it's coming. So we're starting to see that. And what people are seeing in an area that has dynamic pricing is that there is typically a window either early in the morning or between 8 and 10 p.m. where stores are marking down the prices from the surge pricing. So during the bulk of the day, when people are out and about, people are shopping, the stores are busy, those prices are higher. In the early morning, the price is lower. In the evening, the prices are going even lower because they are wanting to get things like meat, dairy, bread off the shelves so the new stuff comes out. So just be aware, if your store has changed to the digital tags, there is a good chance that they are using some sort of digital pricing manipulation, right? Either they're surge pricing or they are pricing based on who is in the store and what those people in the store are willing to pay. All right, number two, join or create a food swap circle. I thought this was such a fun way to look at this. So get with your friends, your family, your neighbors, your work buddies, whoever it is that wants to participate in this, and you can trade items, you can trade ingredients, you can trade full meals. Maybe one person loves to cook meals, one person loves to cook desserts, and you swap. And so it allows each person to create what they do well. I'm going to focus on what I do well. I raise chickens and I have eggs, right? Or I grow a garden and I always have tomatoes. Or I have a love language for cooking lasagna. And so each person can bring to the table something completely different and unique to them, something that they love to do, and trade for a greater variety of items, right? And so another way I've heard this referred to is a workplace lunch swap club. I think that would be super fun too, where maybe on Monday I bring lunch for everybody, on Tuesday Virginia brings lunch for me. So I'm trying to think of names. On Wednesday, Thomas brings lunch for everybody, right? And so you never know what you're going to get. And I think that would be super fun because you just get the variety of everyone else's life experiences because not everyone's going to bring the same thing to the table. All right, so number three is make your own do-it-yourself meal kits and mixes. So what it is referring to here, what I am referring to here is buy ingredients in bulk and then make the kits yourself, okay? This still offers the convenience of having a boxed meal kit. It still offers the convenience of having like your packages of taco seasoning, brown gravy mix, ranch seasoning, but you have done it on a bulk scale. So you are saving money. You're saving about 70 to 80% off of those pre-made ones that you would have picked up at the store otherwise. So we're buying the ingredients in bulk, we are making them ourselves. Now, another great thing about this one is you can tailor it to your taste, what you prefer to go into those kits versus what is in them when they come pre-made. And you can look for healthier alternatives if there's something in it that you don't approve of normally. All right, number 4, turn your grocery shopping experience into a game. This is one that I really, really love, and it is something that I do literally every year. And sometimes I'll change it up throughout the year, but usually I stick to something for the entire year. So 2 years ago, I did $100 a week for my family of 4. The next year, I cut it to $50 a week for my family of 4. I've done stock up. I've done pantry challenges, like use what I have in the pantry, right? So I've done low spend, no spend, whatever it takes to make it fun for you to want to grocery shop and to make it a challenge to save more. So some of them I've seen $60 a week, 5 ingredient meals, pantry clean out challenge. Now, one that I heard about that was new to me for 2026 was pantry bingo. So make out a bingo card with different ingredients you've had lingering around in your pantry. And then every time you use one of those items, you mark it on your bingo card. And once you have a bingo, then you do something small for yourself. And I thought that was a really fun challenge and something, you know, maybe I would do with my kids for this year, like print out bingo cards for things that I've bought that they had to have and then they didn't actually eat, like goldfish or pudding cups or whatever it is that they want. And then every time they finish one of those in their lunch boxes, they get to mark it off their card, right? I think they would enjoy that. Okay, number 5 is shop at your ethnic stores for international staples. So a lot of people will just buy things like soy sauce, sesame oil, curry paste at the regular grocery store, but you are paying far higher prices if you are shopping for those items at an American grocery store. And so if you will go to the ethnic grocery store, you will get better prices on some of those items. Now, I have never tried this one. I don't have a lot of those stores in my area. Unfortunately, I would be willing to go and try it out if I had those options available to me. But one thing that I do often do is, like at the store, if I'm shopping for pasta, I will also look in the section of the store that has like I think it's called El Moderna pasta. It is always so much cheaper. So I look for the sections in my store where they have those products that are a lower cost than what's on the main aisle of the store. So I encourage you to try that one if you have that option available to you. Like I said, I don't, but if I did, I would not hesitate to try it out. Number 6, convert your leftovers into freezer meal starter bags. So what do I mean by that? Okay, you cook and you have just a handful of chopped veggies left, or you have some sauce or broth hanging out from a meal, or you have maybe 1 chicken breast you can shred up, or you have a cup of rice left from a meal. Make bags and freeze them. So here's a chopped vegetable bag, here's a shredded chicken bag, here is a rice bag, okay? Then when that bag gets full, then you have a free meal starter or base that you've built for yourself. And so it's free because you've already accounted for that cost up front. It's just, instead of wasting what you had left, you are now utilizing it to be smarter in the future. So I really like that one, and it's something that I do in my day-to-day life. So you will open my fridge or my freezer, and you'll find shredded chicken. You'll find sausage that I already browned up at breakfast that we didn't eat, so we save it for pizza. Ham at the holidays, whatever we don't eat, I will cube up myself and freeze it, and then I have it for breakfast casseroles or pizza or omelets, whatever I want to do with it. Chopped veggies, if I have celery left or I have bell peppers left, I will chop them up. I will stick them in the freezer. So you'll find all that kind of stuff hanging out in my freezer at my house. All right, number 7, buddy up with someone who wants to bulk or batch buy larger items, but they necessarily won't use it all. You won't necessarily use it all. So if you were to each buy it, you're going to waste half of it, right? So go in together on it. Now, you don't both have to buy like a Sam's Club membership. I do this with my mom. So we put a list together, go to Sam's, I buy the items, we take them to my house, we split them up, we split the cost. So then she just pays me back for her half of it. So you can do this because it's really good to do with things like produce, spices, oils, anything that could potentially spoil and go to waste if you're not going to use it all in time, and you're just one person using it, right? So we split it up that way and it works really well. Don't have the waste that way. All right, number 8, track the 3 areas where you typically spend most of your budget. So for this example, I put together meat, snacks, and beverages because I think that's going to be the top 3 killers of most people's budgets. So work to reduce those 3 or substitute those items first, okay? So that's going to help you to very quickly reduce your grocery budget if you will just concentrate on whatever 3 areas you are spending the most money on. So those are 3 big ones right there that a lot of people spend a lot of money on. So I would advise you to eliminate that spending if possible. All right, we got 2 more. I gotta flip my page here. I'm in a little notebook right now, and so it's not as big. I don't have as much room on one page. All right, number 9, use a save the change jar. So this could be a separate bank account. It could be a realistic jar. If it was a realistic jar in my house, my kids would just come through and whoop, there we go. So every time you come in under budget for things like groceries or a car repair or anything else that you want to, you can stick that extra money into the save the change jar or the save the change account, however you want to look at it. Then at the end of each quarter, go spend that money to bulk buy your staple items. Okay, so you're not working it into your weekly budget. This is just fun. I get to go stock up on these things because I did a good job and I save money throughout the month. Okay, that is one way to use your savings. A lot of people will shift it to other things, to debt or to a car repair or a medical bill or sending my kid to camp or whatever the fun thing is, and that's perfectly acceptable too. But this is just one thing you could be doing with it. And then number 10, keep and eat this first location in your pantry, your fridge, and your freezer. So what this is going to do is help you to use up things like open packages or eat leftovers first. It keeps your eye on these are the things that I need to be utilizing first. And so it helps to reduce waste. It keeps you on track. And it helps when you're going to do the meal plan where you go and you know, okay, these are the items I need to work in to my meal plan in order to get them out of the pantry, out of the fridge, out of the freezer. Okay, so that is it. That is 10 kind of out of the box different ways that we can save money on groceries in 2026. And so I hope you will find at least a couple of those handy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.